money to my tax business without leaving my tax office, without even having to do anything additional. I heard there was a way that I could go out here and scale my business and get access to capital, that I could treat my business like a business. And it don't matter if I'm a preparer with a PTIN, it don't matter if I'm an ETH, don't matter if I'm an EA, don't matter if I'm an ERO. There is a way for me to go out here and tap into this money. And so, guys, we're so excited to have you on the line. As Yolanda said, guys, my name is Dr. Michelle W. Cofer. I'm affectionately known as the Pivoter, helping families pivot to prosper. I am a serial entrepreneur. I absolutely love finance. I love this space. Got started in the industry, guys, of finance in 2017. Why? Because I needed help. If anybody on the line has ever been a place where nobody taught you about money, put a 1 in the chat. But that was me. I needed help. I had gone through 8 months of being out of work, literally was broke, bankrupt, and finances was just backwards. Newly married, had a baby, living in an apartment with mold, and I got all these degrees. And just like Yolanda, I had the same conversation with her. I'm like, you working, but literally your job is not going to retire. Your job is not going to create your legacy. And so I know you guys are entrepreneurs tonight, but I tapped into entrepreneurship in 2017, initially in the credit space. If you're on tonight and you're a tax professional and you already offer credit, drop me in the chat, because I know some of you already offer credit. This ain't a credit presentation, by the way, okay? Some of you already offer that. So that's how I got introduced. And so I was in the credit game. We was killing it, my husband and I, and everybody saying, hey, listen, y'all don't offer taxes. And I'm like, well, do we need to? See, something in business is called supply and demand. So people kept asking us, guys, if we offer taxes. And so guess what? We began to offer taxes, and we were able to go out, guys, and literally scale not just our credit business, scale our tax business. We were able to, start from nothing. And so we're going to talk tonight about how to grow and evolve businesses, how to add business credit. My husband and I were able to create an S Corp entity for our businesses. We've been able to not only, move from credit to taxes, but to real estate investing, to business coaching. And now we're here with this amazing platform. You're going to hear from one of the co-founders tonight, so make sure you stick around. But we were able to now, evolve into this space of funding on a high level. And so you've been invited by somebody who said, listen, you can take your tax biz to the next level. Somebody put some fire symbols in the chat. And I'm gonna get ready to go ahead and talk about this thing called Freedom Path, guys. So give me 1 second. This Zoom, as much as I do Zooms every day, all day, 24/7, it's saying it will not let me minimize my screen. So let me do something here, because the presentation is off. So I see some people out here. I see the fire symbols coming in, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Let's see if we could get this screen up here for you guys. Let's see what we could do here. It's there, but it won't let me share it to you guys. Let's try it one more time. Interesting, weird. So y'all have to see my desktop, and it's messy because I'm over here doing many things at one time. Let me see real quick. Hold on. Well, how about the enemy want to get busy tonight, y'all? How about he just don't want y'all to get this play? But we're going to give you this information, and we're going to make sure that you have every single thing you need to understand how you can leverage this platform to go out there and infuse capital into the businesses that you're working with every day. So I'm going to try one more thing. Let me try this, and then we might have to run like this. Let's see. Can we run like this? Y'all just see Zoom. So stop and reshare, and it should bring it back up. Somebody say, I plead the blood. I know I'm in the right room. Come on. Listen, we should be in the same place at the same time on the screen right now. Listen, we're going to go ahead and get started, you guys. Again, we're excited to have you here. Please take notes if you desire to do so. But I'm going to tell you, you want to stick around, because the money man himself, the gentleman who literally created the comp plan, is on the line tonight. Somebody say, show us the money. All right. So guys, I want to talk to you guys, tax pro to tax pro. We're unlocking a business model here that's going to allow you to be able to add, if you don't already have credit, you're going to be able to add credit to your portfolio of services, but you're also going to be able to add funding. And so if you have not realized, the game is changing out here. And so more and more our clients are leaning in us to be their voice when it comes to financial information, right? If you're a tax pro on the line and your clients call you for everything, put a 1 in the chat. They want to know, can I do this? Dr. Cofer, should I do this? I'm about to do this. I mean, literally, I'm not a realtor, but my tax clients call me for everything. They want to know about budgeting. They want to know about this. And even though we're running businesses, guys, typically only a part of the year, our tax clients lean into us for everything. But what I want you to know, while we're becoming increasingly trusted advisors out there, our clients are wanting to know, what do I need to do to go next level? What do I need to do to build my legacy? Because they see us as the voice of influence. Somebody put legacy in the chat. Our clients see us as a voice of influence. And so even though we might not be CPAs or financial planners, they're leaning into us. And as our industry begins to evolve, we know taxes is a $1 trillion industry. We're now colliding what we do with other industries, like small businesses, like being able to now, take my little side hustle. Maybe I work under somebody else's office as a tax preparer. Maybe, I just got started with my PTIN, but they're showing us now through what I'm getting ready to show you here, they're showing us that we can actually evolve, and we don't have to be a little side hustle as tax preparers. We can go full out, build up our businesses, also put our businesses in position to be bankable. And I know every single year we all see clients, right? If the majority of your clients coming to you are W-2, put W-2 in the chat. If they're Schedule C, put Schedule C in the chat. If they're both, put both. All right, let's just kind of see the client base. We all see a number of different clients, all different walks of life. But the thing is money and people are people. At the end of the day, most Americans don't know what to do with their money. That's why we are struggling financially as a country. That's why so many households are struggling with their credit. That's why so many families, especially minority families, don't know what to do to build wealth. It's because we get the money and we don't know what to do to money. Listen, if anybody ever taught you about finances, put a 1 in the chat. Anybody? See, I grew up in the projects. Nobody taught me about money. Nobody taught me about starting businesses. Nobody taught me how to optimize the tax code. Nobody taught me. So listen, we know that most people don't know what to do with the money. They get the money in their hands. Tax season is getting ready to be upon us, guys. Most of our clients are going to go out there and they're going to put money in the savings account. Well, it's not going to do them any good to put money in a savings account because you don't build wealth that way, right? Some of them are going to pay off some debts, maybe 36% of them. 10% are going to use their money to go to the beach. 6% are going to make some luxurious purchases. All my luxury girls out there, I know we out on the line tonight, but 6% are going to put a little bit of money in some bags or some shoes, or, just going to treat themselves to a nice vacation. 5% are going to make a major purchase like a house or a car. I wish it was so many people making more, buying more houses. And then 30% are going to put money back into a business. Believe it or not, that's the second largest category. So if we're serving clients who are already entrepreneurial and they already have Schedule C's, or maybe they're into real estate investment, they have a Schedule E, they're already telling us based on the data that they're going to put money into business. What we're going to show you tonight is how you can leverage your platform as a tax professional and join hundreds of other tax professionals who've already decided to expand their income with Freedom Path. And listen, you just see a few logos up here. You see Cofer Legacy over here. You're going to hear from Miss Yolanda Mead. You're going to hear from Miss Kiwi Walker, Minority Tax Pros. But what you see here, guys, is something where industries are colliding. Somebody say collision in the chat. Industries are colliding. And now we're realizing we're not just tax pros. We're realizing that we're sitting on multi-million-dollar empires, but we need access to capital. And not only that, the clients that we're serving need access to capital. So we're going to talk about how you can partner with this amazing company, Freedom Path. Guys, Freedom Path started in 2022. So it's a 2-year-old company, but the company is literally led by industry giants. You're going to hear from Mr. Ryan Ragland tonight. Ryan has been in the financial services, guys, industry since 2008. His partner, Kevin Carroll, techie guy, guys, over 3 decades in the tech industry. And so what they did was they brought evolution to the financial space, right? They allowed this thing to called fintech to collide, where finances now meet technology. And now we bring in all of these things to one roof, and they are a debt-free company. Stay with me because I'm going to show you how you can leverage this platform. That if you're not debt-free, you can build a wealth plan for your life as well. But they are a debt-free company that stood out to me, and they're privately owned. So there's no big corporate company, driving the direction. We literally get to be the thumbprint and the blueprint and the voice for how this movement is going, guys. And we have a mission of impacting the lives of 1 million. Somebody put 1 million in the chat. 1 million families financially free, 1 million families. And we know that we got over 100 and something tax offices represented on this line tonight. If everybody just went out and touched 1,000 clients, we will be able to really revolutionize how wealth is built and attained in our country. And so what I love also about this company, guys, is that they are literally vetted. They are A+ accredited and on the BBB. They have amazing Google ratings. They're on Trustpilot. Somebody trying to get in touch with me tonight. Listen, they're on Trustpilot, and they offer an array of services. And you're going to hear from Mr. Ragland a little bit later. But what I want you to understand, guys, is they have a platform called Freedom Wealth, where now if you have clients that are coming to you, you can simply add a couple of questions to your intake form. Do you know your credit score? And this is if you don't already offer credit, right? Do you know your credit score? Are you looking to make a large purchase this year? They're going to say yes or no. Are you interested in improving your credit score? If they say yes, you can leverage Freedom Wealth, guys, to offer an AI-built credit platform that's second to none in the marketplace. Freedom Path built this platform out where, guys, literally clients can, at a click of a button, go in and start legally disputing the things that are on their credit that are erroneous, obsolete, unverified. We're talking about being able now for you to go from being just a tax office to now you become a one-stop shop. You're able to offer dark web monitoring. Identity theft is on a rampant, and if you dealt with clients who've been victims of identity theft, and you know that's a hard place to be in, but you're able to offer them debt tracking, identity monitoring. You're able to give them, listen, tax pros, over 50 financial tools. I wish I could show y'all the calculators, but you're talking about being able to give people a resource that shows them when they can be totally debt free, when they can pay their mortgage off, if they're making a large purchase, how to strategically do that. They're in the market to get a house. So you're able to, even through the wealth path, offer them that. You're able to offer rent reporting, local savings. Our clients are going out and they're spending money. We just saw where they spend the money, right? Now you can show them how to save some money. Credit building tips and tricks. Guys, they have a piece back there that literally there's a giant in the industry by the name of John Alzheimer. He literally has courses back there that will help you take your credit to the next level, all right? And then the BCA is the Business Credit Academy. Y'all drop some fire symbols in the chat because this is the part I got excited about. So I told you guys, you know, I'm a serial entrepreneur. My husband and I have been in the space since 2017. So my husband, during the pandemic, started building out our business credit. So we decided we were no longer going to play small, but we were going to go full out. You know, we were starting to build our business credit, and God really blessed us to be able to, you know, access over 6 figures of credit lines and, you know, get 2 vehicles and get some land and all of this stuff through our business. But let me tell you, he was doing high ticket business credit. And now I'm all about what's affordable because I want to be able to reach the masses. And when I saw this platform and when I had the opportunity to meet Mr. Ryan Ragland, I said, this gives everybody an opportunity. Somebody put in the chat, everybody, because I know we all on Facebook and TikTok and we see the clubhouses or people are charging thousands of dollars, guys, and they don't even help people scale to tier 1. But people dropping thousands. So what Freedom Path offers, guys, is us an affordable way to help our Schedule C and Schedule E clients, even help yourself. If you are on the line tonight and you have a team of tax preparers under you, put a 5 in the chat. You can help your tax preparers scale that business like a real business. You can help them access capital. Maybe right now they're virtual working from home, but what if they can have a storefront? What if you can have multiple offices? That's what happens when you can get a capital infusion. Your business begins to grow and scale. And so through the BCA, guys, if you're not there, here's a screenshot. Ryan, you want to say something right here? I just saw you pop on camera. Okay. So
no, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Okay. I was like, maybe he wanted to take y'all through a tutorial. I was going to put him up. Okay. But yeah, here's a screenshot here. But guys, let's say you got a business, you know, whether it's a tax business or any business, small business, boutique, whatever, whoever your client base is that you serve, right? Real estate investor, doesn't matter. Let's say on paper, they're not there yet. They don't have, you know, a mailing address. They don't have a bank account. Their money's going all over here to Stripe and they're not organized. You literally can run them through this Business Credit Academy, guys, help them become bankable, help them get funding, help them get mortgage ready, make sure that they have their business credit, guys, make sure they have access to vendor credit, bank lines, and you can literally offer this as a service to them for $389, guys. 100 and I think that's wrong on the screen. Is it 149 or 199? I think it's 149.
It's 149. Yeah,
149. That's wrong on the screen. So you can literally put them in this academy, guys. It's going to start them with the foundations. You can even go through this academy. You're going to have an AI coach. She's going to guide you every single step of the way. And guess what? When you're done with this Business Credit Academy, when your clients are done with this Business Credit Academy, they got a $50,000 funding guarantee. Somebody put home of the 50K in the chat. we got the ability to make sure that they can get aggregately over $50,000. And if not, guess what? It's going to be free. We won't even charge them. And when they go to close, guys, let's say we get them some big money, right? That money that they've invested in themselves, in the BCA, they literally can use that money at the closing table. And so another thing I love, guys, is because we're all working with different clients, and some of our clients are very organized, right? We love those clients that come to us and their paperwork is already in order. We don't have to worry about thumbing through and trying to read receipts and scan receipts. They're already organized. Those are the people that typically already have their foundation set up. They're ready to get funded. And guess what? If they're already ready on paper, guys, you can simply, no extra tasks, no extra duties, no skill set you need to master. You don't need to know anything about loan underwriting. All you're going to do is send them an application. You're going to literally, right here in the middle of the screen, guys, you put your client's email address. All right, Mr. Johnny Construction Company, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and send you an email for the application for funding. Fill it out. It's a few questions, basically going to ask you about how long you've been in business, about your revenue coming in every month, what you're planning to do with the money, etc. And guess what? One of my underwriters is going to give you a call. Tax pros, listen to me. It's called leverage. Put that in the chat. That's a wealth building word. All you're going to do, Johnny, is talk to the underwriter. The underwriter is going to go through everything with you. And guess what, y'all? The underwriter is now going to loop you and Johnny. Johnny's going to get his funding, and who's going to get paid? You, the tax professional who decided to become a one-stop shop. Listen, guys, you cannot lose with this. They offer a comprehensive range of programs. We're talking about over 177 lenders. We're talking about up to $100 million in access to revenue and capital, guys. They have funds for veteran-owned businesses. Where my ladies at on here tonight? Put a W in the chat. They got funding products for women-owned businesses. We're talking about being able to serve every single business entity, no matter what. And so sometimes people say, you know what? The proof is in the pudding. You got to show me to believe me. Listen, we've only been a part of this platform for about 3 weeks, and we're already seeing clients get funded. We're talking about right here, Mr. Ryan Ragland, Mr. Karen Carroll, they've created a blueprint, guys, where people have come in and been able to get this funding. And we're not talking about it taking 3-4 weeks, guys. Many of these clients are being able to get funded within 48 to 72 hours. Now, of course, if it's something like an SBA, because we have a vast array of funding sources, all the way from private money to big bank money to hard money to SBA. SBA is going to take a little bit longer, but imagine you have a client that's ready to scale their business. Let's say you got a salon owner. She's on paper, she's working from the home, but the IRS says you attempt to earn an income, you're still a business. She's organized. She got her books together. But guess what? She needs a salon. Oh, today is Thursday. Oh, goodness, you're going to be late. She needs a salon. And so guess what? You want to help her access this capital. She goes out there and get $100,000. And now she got what she needs to start her business. Or maybe you're working with a trucker or whoever your client base is, guys, and they need access to be able to grow out of their house, to be able to grow into their next location, to be able to add more trucks, to add more equipment. This platform can give you the ability to simply send them a link, and then now they get the funding. All right. And so if you're on the line tonight as a business owner, as a tax pro, I already know you're wondering, if I invest, what's the return? Well, guys, we're only asking you to invest $129. It could be $1,000 tonight, but only $129. And you add this invaluable resource to your tax office, right? And then there's a $49 a month overhead. That's a technology fee. But listen, again, that's more than we spend more than that on tax software. Anybody ever spent $5,000 on tax software? Hello, out there, tax professionals. Yes, we spent that kind of money. So we're talking about being able to come in here, spend less than $150, and we're operable. Spend less than $50 a month, and we now have a business that we can offer to our clients. And so it's very simple, guys. You get the tools, you get the training. Even if you're building a team, you have a team already tied to you. You're not a solo tax professional. Guess what? Dedicated customer support, broker support. If you're busy, you can leverage the phone number, have them call, ask questions there. They can even get support in their back office. All right. So there are 3 easy steps to get started. You're simply going to let people know, hey, I got another resource. Listen, I'm ABC Tax Company. This year we've expanded. We're able now to offer business funding to you. We're able to offer, personal credit and consumer credit. And guess what? Even personal lines of credit and personal loans if you need it, right? You're going to let them know what you do and then point them to a website. If you already have an intake process, you just add a couple questions to your intake process. There's enough tax pros here, and you're going to hear from a couple in a minute, enough tax pros here to show you how to do this thing and scale it big, and they sign up. Once they sign up, guys, you're going to get paid. Freedom Path does the rest. And so, when we think about, our businesses, many of us, we work in the first quarter of the year and we can take off. It depends on your book of business. But some tax professionals do work all year round. But either way it goes, guys, when you start thinking about, the average Schedule C client I bring in my office, I'm going to make $800 to $2,000. If you're working under somebody, you might get a 60-40 split or something like that, 50-50, however that works, right? And then you think about your Schedule E clients, you're, between $950 and a little over $1,500. You're thinking, I'm already making that money. But if I take that same Schedule C client and get them funded, I can add more commas to my check. I'm already making the money. If I take that same Schedule E client and help them get a capital infusion to grow their business so they can go out there and get more buildings. Guys, we can do DSCRs, fix and flips. We can do construction loans. We can do bridge loans. We're talking about, we can do cannabis businesses. Any business you think of, we have the ability to help them get funded. And guess what? You're going to get paid. So you can add business funding to what you do. All right. And so we want to, guys, give this opportunity for a couple of tax owners to testify real quick before I bring up Ryan, because Ryan's going to take us into this money. But I wanted to bring Miss Yolanda Mead back because Yolanda has been out here killing the game, guys, with this. She's been, like I said, a person that started out as a preparer, and now she literally leads teams of tax offices all across the country. She's literally a marketing guru, an expert, but she's been able to add Freedom Path to her business brokerage. So Yolanda, just real quick, let them know. I'm going to bring up Miss Kiwi. I'm going to bring up Mr. Ragland, but let them know real quick for you as a tax owner, like, why did this make sense for you? Because I know we got a lot of tax bros on here. In fact, shout out to Toya and her team. There's a lot of people on here that brought their whole teams with them already, and they're killing it already. But why does this make sense to you to add Freedom Path? And we're going to, move on out of the way real swift.
Sure. Thank you so much. You guys, throw some fire in the chat. She just laid that out. And I love it. So the reason why I added this to my platform, because it made sense. I do a lot of Schedule Cs, a lot. And I'm noticing that they wasn't properly scheduled right. They wasn't doing anything right by the books at all. And a lot of them was looking for funding. And some of them wanted to get their business credit off established. But we already know once we tap into business credit, we're using other people's money, right? So why not add it to my tax office so I could help that client on the back end? So it definitely made sense for me to add it on. So now I could add more value to them as well. So I'm helping you with your taxes. Now, let me help you get your business credit in order. And once we do that, we can smoothly go right into the funding. And I love the part that I can say, hey, I'm the home of 50K. Once we done, we can help you get that funding right away. So that's why I added it, and I'm excited.
Well, thank you so much, Yolanda. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And listen, guys, we partnered up what year before last? I think we did a virtual class together, and we dropped an ebook and taught our tax team how to start, and people didn't even access it. So I'm like, you know what, people playing games, but we were able to go out there and take advantage of the information. And guys, this just allows us to take it all the way next level. So I want to bring up one more tax pro. She is affectionately known as Miss Kiwi, guys. She's been in the tax game as well, a serial entrepreneur, a mom boss doing her things. All my moms out there, drop a 1 in the chat. But this one right here, guys, wears many hats, and being a tax goat is one of them. So Miss Kiwi, why does this make sense for you as a business owner? What is it that you're excited about with this Freedom Path model as it relates to scaling your own tax business?
Thank you so much for bringing me up, and definitely continue to put them fire emojis in the chat. Michelle definitely took the house down with that information. You got me fired up over here. But for me, this opportunity just made sense because I'm now a one-stop shop. As she said, that, tax season is from January through October, but the main season kind of slows down in around about May. And so for me, when I speak to my clients, like Yolanda said, when you're doing those Schedule Cs, and I do a lot of business returns, some of my clients are still cash businesses because they don't know what to do to actually get their business start up and formatted and do what it has to do to be able to become fully legit. And so now this opportunity here at Freedom Path is going to give me that chance to look at their return and actually give some education back to them. And I like to ask questions like, okay, Ms. Johnson, we're getting you back, 7,000 whatever dollars. What are your plans with this money? You know what I mean? Would you like to do this or do that? And so now I get a chance to not just help them get a good return back every season, but also teaching them how to elevate that money to be able to make more money, take one opportunity and make it another opportunity. And here at Freedom Path, it's definitely doing that. Shout out to my team. Shout out to the gold friends that are on here. I'm excited about where this platform is going to take me, not just for my clients, but for myself as well as a single mom. Shout out to the single moms as well. Thank you, Miss Michelle. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. And I mean, Ms. Kiwi said it too, guys. It's about financial literacy. We got to show people what to do with money, how to grow money. Money has a mission. It likes to move. It likes to magnify. And there's no better person to talk about the money with Freedom Path except the comp plan instructor himself. Listen, Mr. Ryan Ragland, guys, is no stranger to success. I've had, the ability to just know him over just here a few weeks. And I'm just so excited to be in partnership with him, knowing that he's been around success ever since the age of 16. Somebody say proximity in the chat. Because see, one thing I learned about building wealth and going out there and doing something, you got to get around people that's already gone where you are trying to get to, who've already shown the way. And so being able to be on this platform tonight with one of the co-founders and president of this company is certainly an honor. And I'm humbled to serve alongside this giant. But guys, I told you the value. So we all know that it's all about bringing the value to the client, bringing the value to the marketplace. If you realize this thing right here, guys, all the money in the earth is in the hands of people. If you figure out how to serve people, you can get all the money you ever need. And so I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Ryan Ragland, who's going to show us, tell us more about how to get to the bag, how Freedom Path pays. Guys, I'm already excited. We just got in this thing, and I'm talking about we got people already maxing out the 2,500 a week. I'm getting excited, Ryan. Let me pass it over to him. Y'all drop some fire symbols in the chat for Mr. Ryan Ragland as he comes up and takes the floor. It's yours.
Awesome. Dr. Cofer, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much for your time and being here tonight. I know that the most valuable commodity on this planet, excuse me, is the one that we can never recover, and that's time. So the fact that you've invested some of your time here with us tonight shows me just a little bit about the caliber of person that you are. And you heard earlier on the presentation kind of what Freedom Path is and kind of what it does. We're a financial technology company. First and foremost, that's what we do, is financial technology. Now, how do you as a tax professional leverage financial technology to increase your personal earnings potential, your revenue? And with Freedom Path, our financial technology isn't just business credit, isn't just personal credit. We're an entire suite of financial services that tax pros all around the country, heard from two of them a couple of minutes ago, tax pros all around the country have already partnered with us, and they're leveraging this technology to A, better serve their clients, and B, better serve their pocketbooks, right? Because at the end of the day, the value of a dollar is intrinsic to what you perceive that value to be. So I'm here to show you tonight how you can create a residual income off of someone else's technology. Now, as a tax provider, if you're on this call, whether you like it or not, you are an adopter of technology. So I grew up, I lost my father at a very young age. I grew up very impoverished. My mother worked 2-3 jobs. And I remember my babysitter, she was an enrolled agent. I remember 1992, 93, something like that. She would sit me and my little brother down in her living room, and she would have to call in her 1040 EZs. If you've been in the industry long enough to remember when the IRS first rolled out the telefile, if you remember that, put a 1 in the chat, right? Now, that was 92, 93. We've moved so far from 92, 93. Now we have all this online file. The 1040 EZs, not even a thing anymore. Things are continuing to move, even in the credit repair space, right? If you're already out there and you're offering credit, there's something that you need to be aware of. HR 9991, the new Ending Scam Credit Repair Act, it's going to affect all of us. But by leveraging the technology without having to put millions of dollars into developing the technology, because we've already done that, you're able to build your own fintech business with Freedom Path, and you're able to earn. So how you earn is a direct activation for every new client that you bring into any Freedom Path suite, whether that be Freedom Health or affordable alternative to traditional healthcare, or a Freedom Wealth tool where you get the personal credit restoration AI and all the 70 some odd different financial calculators and reports, or Freedom Trust or Freedom Pay merchant services for our business partners. Every new client that you bring in, you're going to earn 40% of that commissionable revenue from that enrollment direct to your pocket. Now, every single month, now here's the key for tax professionals, because you heard a little bit earlier, and again, if you're in the industry, you know when tax season is and when your money is really right, is every single month that your clients remain on the platform or taking advantage of one of the tools or the resources or any of the technology in your Freedom Path portfolio, you're going to earn 30% recurring residual income every month like clockwork for as long as your client is active in your portfolio. You know, there's a lot of words in the English language, and I have to say residual is probably my favorite. If you like residual income, meaning you only have to do something once and you get paid on in perpetuity, put the word residual in the chat, because that's probably my favorite word in the entire industry. So there's 5 ways that you get paid, and we already touched on the first 2, that direct activation commission and that residual. But now we have something really exciting rather, called our customer activation bonus. See, here at Freedom Path, every product and service and each technology platform that we have is assigned what we like to call a product point. And inside of your portfolio for your own personal production, each time you sign someone up, you're going to earn an activation product point. And through the accumulation of product points in a weekly cycle, you're going to be able to earn bonuses. So if you were to get 3 product points in a week, that's an extra $100 bonus as a customer activation bonus for helping people and giving them access to the tools, technology, resources, and opportunity that they need. As a tax professional, you're a trusted advisor, and now you're able to expand the scope of what you're advising people on outside of just taxes, and really take a look at a holistic financial wellness picture and leverage financial technology to accomplish that. Now, if you get 10 product points in a week, that's an extra $500 bonus. That week, like clockwork, again, just for helping people on top of your activation bonuses, your activation commissions rather, and on top of your recurring portfolio revenue that you're getting every single week and every single month in perpetuity. But now this caps out the customer activation bonus. And that's why Dr. Koper was getting so excited, because there's a number of people on her team that are absolutely just smashing through this customer activation bonus. Each week, if you accumulate 20 activation points, which doesn't have to be 20 people, that's not how it equates. It's not a 1-for-1, or 20 products even. Like, for instance, the Business Credit Academy is worth 2, just to give you a little high level overview there. If you're able to accumulate 20 activation product points in that week, you're going to get a $2,500 bonus that week. Now, imagine, if you will, that you're able to do that 4 times in a month. You're now at $10,000 that month in just activation bonuses in your financial technology business. Again, on top of your activation commissions and on top of those residuals that already exist in your portfolio. Do you see where I'm going with this, right? This is truly your business leveraging the power of the technology that we've built. And that's why we've created this compensation plan, to give everybody an opportunity to help others in their sphere of influence achieve financial freedom without having to spend millions and millions of dollars on research and development and software engineering teams. We've already done that. We do not operate any form or fashion direct to consumer. We only partner with people just like you. So the only opportunity that people are going to have to be exposed to our products and services is through our partners just like you. So we've talked about 3 of the 5 ways now. We've talked about our activation commissions, our residuals, and now we've talked about our customer acquisition bonuses. And I apologize if it's like I'm looking off screen. When I shared my screen, it shifted everything over to my side screen here. So I'm trying to look at you guys, but I also got to look at where I'm at in the presentation. Now let's talk about something called Infinity Growth Bonus. The Infinity Growth Bonus is where you start getting into life-changing money. See, we talked about when we were talking about the cabs that every product point has an activation point, or I'm sorry, every product has an activation point allotment to it, right? So you begin to accumulate these points. But every month when people renew their memberships, whether it be for the Freedom Wealth Platform or the Freedom Business Credit Academy, or anytime you close any Freedom Funding loan, you're going to get 5 points off of that. Anytime you do that, those are accumulated in your portfolio. Now, also in your portfolio, you'll have your team's points, and we'll talk about your team here in a minute. But once you get to 150 total product points in your portfolio, that's a $12,000 annual bonus paid out monthly, $1,000 a month. So again, on top of those customer activation bonuses, on top of your activation commissions and residual commissions, you have this Infinity Growth Bonus at 150. You really start getting into some life-changing numbers when you get to like 1,200 product points in your portfolio. At 1,200 product points in your portfolio, you're at $96,000 a year in just bonus money from your financial technology business. Again, this financial technology business isn't taking anything away from your tax business. It's enhancing your tax business. If I don't want to sound too crass, but if you will, throw me a fire in the chat. If you know what the term double dip means, right? You're being able to serve your clients on a deeper level, and you're double dipping. You're adding more value into their lives, helping them become more financially secure and stable, and you're building a recurring residual income stream and those incredible cabs and activation commissions. It's a very powerful compensation plan. And I personally can say that with 100% certainty because I'm the one that created the compensation plan, guys. Look at this, 4,800 total points in your monthly team portfolio, including your points. We'll go over your team here in a minute. 4,800 total points. Guys, that's $384,000 a year, paid at $32,000 a month in your business. If $32,000 a month would help you in your business, give me a number 1 in the chat. I'd like to see if you have an interest in creating a new revenue stream that you could potentially make an extra 32 grand a month on top of everything else that we talked about. Now, again, at the end of the day, it's a business. You have to do the work. You're going to get out of it what you put into it, but the opportunity is there. And that's how the Infinity Growth Bonus works. I said we were going to talk about your team, and this is what I mean by that. Right? If you're familiar with a brokerage model where a lot of tax agencies out there work under a brokerage umbrella or real estate agents, you have a broker and agents underneath, or insurance, our Freedom Path business opportunity operates much the same. You don't have to build a team, but for those who really want to leverage the power of duplication and brokerage, you're able to bring sub-agents underneath you in your own Freedom Path agency, and you begin to earn overrides on all of their commissions. So much like a real estate agent who became a broker and now has 4 or 5 agents, and each one of those 4 or 5 agents each sold 1 or 2 houses, that broker is getting paid a small piece of the commission off of every single one of those houses. Freedom Path has adopted the exact same compensation model. When you're a Freedom Path broker, you have the ability to build your brokerage across the country. There are no lines or limits, no borders. Doesn't matter. It's who do you know that has access to people that need help. This is how we have a massive impact on the American communities that have been historically underserved by traditional financial services. And you're going to earn up to 20% commission match on every single dollar of commission that's earned in your brokerage. Again, on top of your Infinity Growth Bonus, on top of those customer activation bonuses, on top of your activation commissions, and on top of your recurring residuals. I told you there's 5 ways to get paid by leveraging the power of technology. In your own financial technology business, you have the ability to create your path to freedom however you like it to look. Now, Just like when you started out in the tax services industry, you didn't come in knowing every tax code that's ever been written, let alone that's still active and enforceable right now. No, you had to learn it. And there's a little bit of a learning curve to this. And we understand that. That's why you're in business for yourself with Freedom Path, but you're not by yourself here at Freedom Path. Let's take a look at what you get. First of all, you get a dedicated broker training and event calendar in your virtual back office. All of your software is completely handled by us, given to you, your replicated websites. You get professional networking opportunities. Guys, looking up and down on this list, the 100 or so people that are in this room that we've maxed out, these are all people that are in the same or similar industry as you right now as a tax professional. You have the opportunity to network with them, but more than just them, you have the opportunity to network with our realtors that are in our groups or that have partnered with us. You have the opportunity to partner with our credit professionals, partner with we have people from all walks of life that have come into this opportunity. You get to partner with them all, have the opportunity to network with them, share success stories, and build with each other. It is a weekly pay opportunity. No more waiting for a bi-weekly paycheck or a weekly paycheck, guys. We pay weekly on all commissions and monthly on bonuses. So you're again, there's that word double dipping. You're getting paid several times a month off of the efforts that you had to do 1 or 2 times. It's a very high growth opportunity. Financial technology, if you've ever heard that term, give me a thumbs up in the chat. You can't turn on the nightly news or go to Bloomberg.com or the WallStreetJournal.com without reading something about fintech. Financial technology has absolutely exploded, and it will continue to grow exponentially over the next couple of years. It's expected to be a $700 billion industry by the year 2030. Dr. Kofer shared earlier with us, and you guys all know, you're tax pros, that the tax industry is a $1 billion a year industry, and you've carved out your piece of that. Well, now imagine if you could have gone back in time and carved out a piece of the tax industry before it got to $1 billion, right? Those early adopters, that's what you have the opportunity to do here with Freedom Path, because by 2030, $700 billion. Again, there's that word double dipping. You now have your fingers in 2 complementary industries that work very closely with one another, that are each worth $1 billion or moving towards $1 billion in the near future. So an incredibly high growth opportunity with a unique entrepreneurial approach. Guys, it's your business. You can build your business from wherever, whenever you'd like. You have a phone, a cell phone, a laptop, a Wi-Fi connection, 5G, LTE, it doesn't matter. It's your business. And we take that unique entrepreneurial approach because we don't feel that here at Freedom Path that anyone should ever have to say, hey, I want the day off, or hey, I want to do X or Y or Z, or hey, you know, I got a flat tire and I just don't feel like doing nothing today. Freedom for me, I said this earlier when I first joined the call, how I appreciate your time, because you're never going to be able to get that back. Freedom for me is being able to spend my one resource that I'll never be able to replenish however I want. That's what freedom looks like to me. And that's why we've built the unique entrepreneurial approach that we have here at Freedom Path. You get, again, all of your marketing, co-branded website, everything done for you. You don't have to go hire a team. You don't have to go get a ClickFunnels and try to figure it out and spend 4 or 5 hours on YouTube learning how to build a WordPress site. You don't got to do all of that. All the technological infrastructure is built for you, done by us for you specifically, and it is constantly being upgraded, and we are constantly making improvements to the user experience to ensure that your clients have the best experience that they can, because at the end of the day, it's your business, and that experience is going to be a direct reflection on you. So that's one of our top priorities here at Freedom Path. Training, certifications, licenses. Guys, we have Freedom Life coming. We have Freedom Health, which is a licensed and certified requirement. You don't have to pay for that. If that's something that you want to offer to your clients, no problem. You could offer that Freedom Funding to become a certified business funding consultant. There's a certification to that. You don't have to go through it, but it's highly recommended, and you don't have to pay for it. It's all included. We have recognition trips and travel incentives, tons of regional meetings. We have a national convention. As a matter of fact, it's coming up in Atlanta in March. It was January, but we had to move it due to overwhelming demand to March, Atlanta, Georgia, in March in 2025. And more importantly, guys, it is an actual true physical business. It's willable, sellable, and transferable. This is how we help people break the cycle of generational financial instability that has plagued so many of us on this call, in our families, in our churches, in our communities, right? It's a problem. The system is highly predatory. It was built that way for a reason. This is how we combat that, by allowing you to build something and creating a revenue source that is recurring and that has a residual component going to it, so you can will it to your children and break those cycles that have been going on for, I mean, at least in my family, for since the dawn of time. So now typically when we get to this part of the call, there's 3 different types of people on this call. If you're a type A, put type A in the chat, because I'd like to see you raise your hand and take action today. If you know an opportunity when you see one, and I think you do because you've already shown the entrepreneurial spirit in your tax profession endeavors. But if you're type A and you're ready to get started today, you want to partner with the next big thing, you want to be able to offer holistic financial tools, resources, technology, education, and opportunity to your clients, give me an A in the chat. I'd love to just say thank you, and I look forward to seeing you at our national convention in Atlanta in March. But if you're B and you're not quite sure, you know what, maybe it's not for you, got a lot on your plate, that's fine, but you might know some people that are interested in this. You know some people that need credit. You know some businesses that might want to get funding or build their business credit and have access to a platform that walks them through everything that they need to accomplish. You want to be a referral partner? That's fine. Put B in the chat. And I look forward to having a conversation with you and the person who invited you to this call and learn about more how we could work together. And if you're a C-type personality where, you know what, it's a great opportunity, but you're incredibly analytical, I get that all too well, put C in the chat so the person that invited you to this call will see that you're a type C, no pun intended, and they can reach out to you and they can answer those calls or get you on a 3-way with someone senior here at Freedom Path, so we could kind of go through all of the programs, the parameters, and the requirements together. So that's it. That's the end of the presentation, guys. I appreciate your time. I'm going to pass it back to Yolanda to close us out, and I look forward to seeing all of you at the National Convention.